Oh yeah, no, I had I went to theater, but I had an intro to psych course here. I had a criminal justice course here.
What color?
Yeah, this was. Yeah, no, it's got to be incredibly interesting. Yeah, no, I would agree with you.
I understand they renamed the Jordan Street. But imagine if you did go Jordan Street.
Yeah.
You have to change everything. Jordan.
So what is it?
Which I understand was important in American. Good. Look, I wouldn't change Jordan either because Jordan made us who we are at the university.
Yeah.
I would teach him.
Yeah. I guess interesting. I haven't been in this week since I moved in my military role. It would be really tough to teach. I can't even credit. It's hard. In this environment, the way I used to teach, the way I was taught, it's a different one.
But I think when you say, look, we're teaching university topics, so you can get those. You don't expect, and you shouldn't expect easy answers on the paper. So you should get donuts and dealing with that is also so we are not teaching chemistry.
No, that is well. That's the thing too. I mean, Indiana law I mean, it's absurd in so many ways, but especially in the public science.
So
I tell people all the time too. Like my general is always recommending the opposites of but there's still inherent bases. There's biases in what I choose to teach in like the topics, right? When I'm in Y103, I'm an elections person. I'm going to spend more time on elections than I'm in the courts, right?
but don't think I actually the initiative of this job because I'm set up with that. And I told him he was expecting
right, yes, exactly.
Just for critics, imagine that it's
it may have an impact on their ability. I guess we'll see how they whether there's actually teeth to it or whatever.
Well, there's no standard measure in terms of philosophy. If I teach finance and obligation.
Well, then, what do you suppose? Does everything have to be timed? Sometimes actually
it's ridiculous. But be that as it may, this was what we call virtue signals when they want to see absolutely doing this. But what's concerned hello there.
What would you like? Should I sit in the front row?
Yeah, sit in the front row. So the plan would be
He's coming. Hopefully he gets his typical Jerry. And I'll be about
okay, good. I know you're okay.
Excellent. Thank you, really. Thank you again for inviting me.
Good. How are you?
Professor,
How are
it's
you?
good to see you.
How are you? Thank you.
I stopped by your office a month ago and you weren't there. I went to the one upstairs.
Been there this morning. How are you?
Good? Tired? I'm looking for a job. Anything with political science. I hope to work in local government. I'm currently, well, anywhere in Indiana. Currently, my local government is looking for people. Somewhere.
Send all the kids.
Will do.
Okay.
Just gotta ask for the student advisor.
Yeah. It's good advice.
I was asking, where do you grad center on the west side anywhere, or just like go to
There.
Are the kids with the families, or you want the
So the graduating kids will stay there. The families anywhere here. And we'll call them one by one. And you'll see you have a chance to take pictures. So it's been very tough, Rick. Very tough. And still is. Hopefully the treatment will go on next week. I talked to her oncologist yesterday and things will move forward.
That would be great. So this is your first time in a starring role.
Yeah. We're supposed to give it now, but I don't know. Give it to me, and I'll pass on to someone. Okay? Do I give this to Isabel?
You give it to Isabel, she can make sure.
Where is Isabel?
Did you want a program?
Oh yeah, there is. I'm so sorry. I'm going to make a loud announcement, so just ignore me. I'm so sorry. Any grads who have not checked in, please make sure you check in and get your name tag with the little card in it. And Caleb Spitzer, if you are in here, please come see me.
right or left?
Hello?
Absolutely incredible. This is so interesting.
Over the outside and goes around the holding center. Oh yeah, I
your regalia?
Huh?
Where's your regalia?
I don't believe in regalia.
You're not looking like Hogwarts.
You know, the only graduation of all my degrees that I attended was my undergraduate degree. That's it. I had my other diplomas mailed.
Well, there should still be spots up in the front for you.
Is that where I go?
Yep. That's where the faculty are.
Okay.
Your buddies up there.
Okay. Yes, so I see.
name is Aurelian Creyuzio and I'm the chair of the Political Science Department. Before we start, we have to show a video that is about the room in which you find yourself, which is a special room, and then we'll proceed with the graduation ceremony.
While some have suggested that the university remove or cover the murals, we've thought carefully about the historical importance of Benton's masterpiece and its role in education. The campus has chosen to increase available information about the murals and to also increase availability of the room by taking it out of circulation as a regularly scheduled classroom. Woodward 100 is available for booking by K-12 students throughout the state for lectures, readings, and exhibitions, and for special sessions of classes that can be informed or enhanced by the presence of the murals. Our obligation as a university is to share these murals in an educational context that grapples with them directly. Our primary mission is to teach students to think critically and deeply about the world, and art is an important way to do that. We invite you to join us in thoughtful reflection and dialogue about this piece. Find more information about the Indiana murals at murals.indiana.edu.
It's a great pleasure and honor for me as the chair of this department, one of the oldest in the country, to address you on this wonderful occasion and salute the 2024 graduates class. We have a wonderful celebration that we started a few years back in addition to what the university does for you, because we want to honor your achievements, your family's achievements, and we want to salute you as you start your journey forward. We have distributed a layout of the proceedings today. My colleagues will explain how we'll proceed further. But before we continue with the graduation, I'd like to introduce Professor Jerry Wright, Emeritus Professor Jerry Wright, who in turn will introduce our first Distinguished Alumni Award speaker this year, Professor Matthew Sreb.
Thank you, Aurelian. This is a real pleasure to introduce Matt Streb. Matt is the honor is he's our initial Distinguished Alumni, Political Science Alumni Award. We're initiating that. And that was an obvious choice as we started thinking about how we wanted to honor our undergraduates. Matt's distinguished in one sense. He's got all three of his degrees from Indiana University. He got his BA in History and Political Science in 1996. And I remember as an undergraduate talking to him, and he was a hard worker, a lot of energy, and he also had this weird passion for everything Disney. And he actually wanted, as Took mentioned, he wanted to have a career working for Disney. We ruined that. As he went through his program, we decided, this guy's awfully good for graduate program, and we sort of convinced him to think about graduate school, and he did. He came to IU, and was very successful. So much so that Matt actually, I believe, holds the record from getting his BA to his PhD for all political scientists. 3 years and 9 months. That's usually 6 years for people. Which means that Matt's a doer. He's got energy, he's got vision, and imagination, and I think that helped explain a lot of how his career has evolved. He initially went to Loyola Marymount in California, where he continued as a teacher and doing a lot of good research. He's published his dissertation, and then another book on democracy, which was very good. Then he moved a position to Northern Illinois University, where he soon became chair of the department. But that energy and his vision was noticed by people. He wasn't just a very good teacher, but he got things done, and he was made chief of staff. Before long, first to the faculty and then to the president, and now he's the chief strategic officer for the university. In a sense, helping the president dig herself out of all the kind of problems that we see presidents all over the place having. Matt's the one who has to face those things day to day. He's doing a great job. Matt has also agreed to be the chair of our first, what are we calling it? Yes, our first initial board of advisors. And this is going to be a group of our alums who want to make a better connection with you guys and try to transition from how we get here and from where you're going, and to make that a better transition and give better ideas, and also ways to keep in contact with your alma mater. So it's really a delight to introduce Matt as our first Distinguished Alumni Award, and I'm going to let him say a few things.
Thank you, Jerry. Good morning, everyone. Congratulations, graduates. It is absolutely wonderful to be with you here today. I am truly honored and humbled to receive this award. This award means so much to me because this university and this department means so much to me. Like many of you, I use a special place to me. I have incredible memories here. I met some of my closest friends. This was a place that I first learned independence. But it's also the place that set me up to succeed professionally. I often tell people at my current university that I wouldn't be a Husky if I wasn't first a Hoosier. The IU Department of Political Science taught me not what to think, but how to think. I was exposed to new ideas and developed my critical thinking skills. I learned to analyze arguments and interpret data. I was taught the importance and value of academic freedom and free speech. And maybe most importantly, I learned how to have meaningful and constructive dialogue with those whom I disagree. Something that I worry we're losing in these increasingly polarized times. IU is a place where I found professors like Christine Barber and Jerry Wright and Leroy Rieselbach and Margie Hershey, who pushed me, but also believed in me, who saw things in myself that I didn't even see. As I sat in your seat many years ago, I'm not sure I understood the importance of what I learned at IU and how it changed the trajectory of my life. I'm certain that as you enter your careers, you will realize many of the same things that I do today. All of those reasons are why I choose to stay engaged with the department, and I hope you will do too. Many times people, I think especially new alumni, think the only way to stay engaged with your alma mater is by giving money. And that's certainly one way to do so, and hopefully many of you will go on to be wildly successful, and you'll choose to make a contribution to the department because you had an exceptional experience like I did. But giving money is far from the only way you can stay engaged. And I can tell you, as a former chair, it's not even the most important way. Departments benefit from the expertise of their alumni and the time that they spend mentoring students and helping them make connections. And our most recent alumni are often the best at doing this. My students often come to me for career advice, and I have to tell you that I am the absolute last person that you want to come to for career advice, because I've essentially had one job in my life. If you want to know how to be a political science professor, I can tell you how to do that. I don't know how to be a foreign service officer. I don't know how to be an immigration lawyer. I don't know how to be a city manager. I don't know how to run a nonprofit. But I know people who do. My students are able to get excellent career advice because I have alumni who are willing to share their experiences. So stay engaged. When you come back to campus, visit your professors. Volunteer to mentor a student or talk to them about your profession. I chose to stay involved because I want to help those who have sat in these very seats in this auditorium that I have. And I hope you will do so too. I want to close by sharing something with you that I share with all my graduating seniors during our last class. And it's something that I learned on this campus as a freshman 32 years ago from, of all people, Bob Knight. When Coach Knight was here, every fall, he would get together with his students over in the auditorium, and he'd come in and he'd give a preview of the year, and he'd talk about being Coach Knight, whatever he wanted to talk about, and then he would answer questions from students. And a response to a question that he gave my freshman year was incredibly meaningful to me at that time, and it stayed with me throughout my life. Coach was asked, what advice does he give to his incoming freshman basketball students? And what he said was that the advice he'd give to incoming freshman basketball students is no different than the advice he'd give to any student, any incoming student. He said, you may have been the person in high school that your classroom revolved around. Well, look around you. We have hundreds of those people here. You may have been the homecoming queen or the homecoming king in high school. Look around you. We have hundreds of those people here. You may have been the star athlete in your high school class. Go down to the Hyper on a Friday night. Look around you. We have hundreds of those people here. You should be proud of what you've done, because what you've done has got you to this point. But it's what you do now that matters. You start with a clean slate. And I have to tell you, that was incredibly meaningful, because earlier that week, I had just taken my first math exam, and I received a D. And I can tell you that my math professor absolutely did not care that I never received a D before on an exam in my life. But it stuck with me every time I've started something new. When I started the graduate program here, no one cared that I was the Wilkie Award winner as an undergraduate. What they cared about was whether I could do the work. When I started my first job at Loyola Marymount, no one cared that I got through the graduate program, Jerry, not all 3 degrees, but the graduate program in 4 years. They cared about whether I gave my students an exceptional experience and I did meaningful research. Every time I've started something new in my life, my career, I've had to prove myself. And that is no different for all of you. Right? You are here today, you guys, it's incredible what you've accomplished. You should be incredibly proud of what you've accomplished, because you know how hard it is to get to this point, right? We forget, we're around people who have multiple degrees all the time, we're around people who are trying to get degrees. We forget that only about 35% of the American public has a 4-year college degree. So you should be incredibly proud of what you've accomplished, and you should celebrate like crazy tonight. But remember, tomorrow, you start with a clean slate. Thank you very, very much for this award. Congratulations.
Our next speaker is Professor Jacek Dalecki, Director of Undergraduate Studies, who will introduce the commencement speakers.
Thank you, guys. I'm actually not a speaker, just the introducer. It is indeed, my name is Jacek Dalecki. I'm the Director of Undergrad Studies at this department. Very briefly, usually in a place like that, it is the instructor, the professor who is in the spotlight. After all, this is a lecture hall. But this day is different. On a day like students who are in the spotlight. And therefore, I will limit my words to the necessary minimum. Let me just say that it is with pleasure and honor that I would like to introduce to you 3, not 2, graduation speakers. Abby, Ryan, and Ashley. Thank you. You'll hear more from them in a moment. Let me just highlight they are actually strong credentials. Abby Dermott, she majored in political science, economics, but also in Spanish, not to be outdone. Ryan Macaria majored in interdepartmental major in political science and economics, but also minor in business, last but not least. Ashley Mortford majored in political science, international studies, minored in Spanish, and on top of that she also majored in Slavic and Eastern European languages and studies. Now, you'll hear from them in this order. Feel free to applaud any way you wish and whatever you wish. Starting with Abby. Sorry.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Hi, my name is Abby Dermott. Like they said, I am graduating with degrees in political science, economics, and Spanish. So I just wanted to touch on some of the lessons I've learned throughout my undergraduate career. First, to highlight everything I've learned about the importance of time management and being prepared. I must admit that I am making most of this up as I go today. But on a more serious note, I've learned that it really does take a village to get to this point. I tend to be very independent and I like to do things on my own. But graduating with 3 degrees would only have been possible with support from my family and friends, and also from the amazing professors in the political science department. I would like to thank Professor Speckler for supporting not only my academic but also my extracurricular pursuits and giving me opportunities to learn more about teaching. To the professors that oversaw my honors thesis work, Professor Rosso, thank you for your advice and patience as we went through multiple revisions. Professor DeSanti, thank you for teaching me that maybe math doesn't have to be so scary. And I figured, you know, we've learned so much in our political science coursework about critical thinking and about history and speaking up on political topics. And so in our current environment in which we're seeing the targeting of academic freedom for both professors and students, repression of students' free speech rights and rights to protest, I want to maybe give a more positive message of hope that things can be better. So I have a quote from Amanda Gorman's poem, The Hill We Climb, that she read at the presidential inauguration, and it says, "For there is always light, if only we're brave enough to see it, if only we're brave enough to be it." And so as we face these trying times, I hope that as we're graduating and we're going out into the world, that our class and our generation can make those changes we'd like to see and hope for a better future. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Ryan Macharia, and I'm a graduating senior here at IU from Carmel, Indiana. I studied political science and philosophy with a minor in business as a pre-law student during my time here. I am a second-generation immigrant of a Kenyan-American family, and on campus, I've served as the vice president and new member educator of the Phi Delta Pre-Law Fraternity. I also served as the Community Outreach Chair of the Pre-Black Law Students Association. I'm also a Provost Scholar, a Hudson Holland Scholar, a part of the Hunt Honors College, and a member of Phi Beta Kappa. I've been blessed with the opportunity to speak here today to commemorate the Political Science Department's class of 2024. And today I'd like to talk about how attending IU has been something for me of a sort of transformative experience. I'm willing to wager that many of you would say that I must be a naturally outgoing person, an extrovert, given my various involvements here on campus. But truth be told, I've been particularly timid shy most of my life. I always hated the limelight and preferred to sit in the back of my classes due to social anxiety. But from the day I arrived at IU, the environment and community brought me out of my shell. I was met with kindness, hospitality, and encouragement. The peers I met and I became friends with, and the professors that I learned from, never ceased to amaze me with their willingness to share their knowledge and opportunities with me. In particular, Professor Craigie and also Professor Baylor. I would like to thank Mr. Myers as well. During these past 4 years, I was able to learn about pre-law organizations where I became close friends with similar-minded peers. I learned about study abroad programs like the Ivy London School of Economics one, where I studied international relations while receiving credit toward my degree in the summer of 2022. I also found part-time jobs leading me to become a shift manager at the ice cream shop, the Chocolate Mousse. And oddly enough, a bartender at Kerwood Sports Bar. Through all of these events, I learned the importance of forcing oneself to grow. I saw how the social anxiety I felt was rooted in a lack of faith in my own abilities. I was scared to fail. However, if I had remained the same, waiting for things to fall into place, I would never have had the confidence to study for the law school admissions test and apply to 15 schools. And now, after a successful admission cycle, I'm proud to be able to say that I will be attending law school at the University of Michigan, Ann Arbor. It's one of the top law schools in the nation and in the world, and I'm very excited for the opportunity. While I'm unsure of what exact area of practice I want to go into, I know that I will acquire the tools and the platform to enact actionable change to improve the lives of Americans from historically disadvantaged backgrounds. In particular for me, that's people of color who have been left out by our criminal justice system. My time here at IU has been invaluable, and without the support of my family, friends, professors, and mentors, I would not be in the position I am today. Bloomington has opened the doors to me to limitless opportunities, and I can't wait to get started. And finally, I would like to leave you all with a quote, especially during these trying times. This one means a lot to me. Malcolm X, a human rights activist known for his immense impact on the continuing civil rights movement, once said, "If you're not careful, the newspapers will have you hating the people who are being oppressed and loving the people who are doing the oppressing." Thank you.
Okay, good morning, everyone. Can we hear? Okay. Well, first of all, congratulations, graduates. It is truly an honor to speak before you today on such a happy occasion. I honestly cannot believe how fast the time has gone. It feels like only yesterday I was moving into my freshman dorm, terrified but very excited about what the next 4 years would bring. That younger version of me had no intention of studying political science, and honestly no idea about what the field even entailed. And then by chance, I enrolled in Professor Speckler's Introduction to International Relations class and completely fell in love with the subject. I immediately added a major in political science to my transcript, and I could not be more grateful that I did. The Political Science Department's faculty and staff are among the most knowledgeable and supportive mentors and teachers that we students could have possibly asked for. So on behalf of all of us graduates, thank you to the political science advisors, professors, staff, and graduate instructors for all of your hard work and dedication to our academic and personal development and success. In particular, I would like to thank Professor Speckler, who I've admired since I took that first class all those years ago. Thank you for supporting me, and thank you for all that you have taught me. On Zoom, yes. Sorry, I was told not to move around, and here I am switching my phone. Sorry. You have truly shaped the trajectory of my academic life. I would also like to thank Professor Christine Barber for her mentorship while facilitating the Pulse DC program. Your work to provide students like myself with the opportunity to complete semester-long internships in DC has created formative and enriching experiences for every student that has passed through the program, many of whom are seated before us today, undoubtedly much more competent and capable professionals than we ever could have been without your guidance. Which leads me to the main reason I am so grateful to have chosen this major, meeting and connecting with my fellow political science students. My classmates in political science are among the most ambitious, intelligent, and passionate young people I have ever met. They are principled, determined, and unafraid to stand up for what they believe in, even if it is unpopular and goes against what is widely accepted. I am beyond lucky to count many of you as among my closest friends, and knowing and learning from you over the past 4 years has eased any concerns I may have had about the future of this country and more generally our world. In a time ripe with uncertainty, division, and suppression, I take comfort in the fact that the young people seated before us today are our nation's future legislators, lawyers, economists, activists, diplomats, and leaders in whatever field they may choose to pursue. So thank you all for a wonderful 4 years, and thank you to my parents and siblings for supporting me throughout my time here at IU and the 18 years that came before that. I honestly could not be here today without your support, and I love you all so much. And thank you to my mom for her constant encouragement and reassurance. You mean more to me than words could ever say. So again, congratulations, graduates. I am so excited to see what the future holds, and I have every confidence that the world of tomorrow and your very capable hands will be a much more just and prosperous place. Thank you.
Here comes another moment we've been all waiting for, presentation of the graduates. So briefly, what will happen next? Our graduating seniors are here on my right-hand side, your left-hand side. In a moment, Lori will ask each and every one of them individually to get up and hand her a piece of paper. What is this piece of paper about? We have a tradition in our department that we ask students to write down the words for goodbye that they would like us to share with you. In the spirit of the First Amendment, we are not telling them what to write and what not to write. So whatever expectations they have, whatever views they have, whatever plans they have, whatever goodbyes they would like to express are theirs. Then, Lori will pass this piece of paper to the faculty, who will replace me here in a moment, and the faculty will share our students' words with you. Subsequently, you guys will walk to our chair for the formal and official handshake and the bag of goodies that we also have prepared for you. Now, this is the photo op. This is the opportunity for all of you parents, friends, and foes to take a picture of the graduates. Now, my request to the graduating seniors, when you're done, if you could roll up, walking this way to the back. Yeah, I promise one of you guys that I'll use the word roll up today. So there we go. It's supposed to be rolled out, but we were trying to figure out what would be the best phrase. We settled no rollover. So if you then walk back around and go back to your seat. Are we ready? If we're ready, so off we go.
Hi, my name is Jeff Isaac, and I'm a faculty member. And I simply want to congratulate you all on this speak to because I'm little. I want to congratulate you all, the graduates and the parents, family, and friends of the graduates. It's a wonderful moment. I'm going to read the statements of 3 people and congratulate them. The first is Carlos Orellana. Yeah, Carlos. Wait. don't go yet. I have to read your thing first. Oh, no? I don't know. I'm going to read this thing now. He's a Carlos is a all right. He's a political science major. I'll just read it the way it's written. I hope to work in local government or become an environmental lobbyist in the future. I'd like to thank my best friend and parents and God for pushing me these last 5 years. You guys kept me motivated and supported me endlessly. I would not have made it this far without you, and I'm grateful that I have you by my side. Next is Kiara Campos. Congratulations. Political science major and Latin American and Caribbean studies minor. I don't need it. Kiara is a Latin American and Caribbean studies minor in addition to being a political science major. She plans to attend law school to be an immigration lawyer. Thank you, Mom and Dad. This wouldn't have been possible without you. I owe everything I am to you. Thank you to my siblings and nephew for the laughs and encouragement. Thank you to my grandpa. I hope I may be proud. And big thank you to my professors who helped me thrive and ensured I would reach my potential. Ava, that's your name. Ava. Okay. Ava Truman is a political science major and a Spanish. Well, it's either a major or minor or something. But it's a major. She's a double major. Political science and Spanish. This one we can change. She hopes to attend law school, and she wants to thank you to all wonderful professors who have supported and guided me through my educational journey. Congratulations.
Good morning, folks. I am Christine Barber, professor of political science and the director of the Ivy College BC program. She's a criminal justice minor and a criminal justice minor and a studio art minor in addition to political science. Her hopes for the future include studying for the LSAT and applying to law school. She says, to all my professors and instructors who were patient, supportive, respectful, and above all believed in me, I will never forget you. The educators make a place like IU special. Thank you. She's a history major and a political science major. Her hopes and plans for after graduation are to move back to Michigan and take her dog to the beach. She says, thank you for everything, Indiana University, and thank you to my parents for the endless support. What a wonderful 4 years I've had. Her majors are economics and Spanish. She will be spending a year in Spain to teach English through CIPE. She has been involved in the honors thesis program and as an undergraduate teaching intern, and she received the Stephen R. Hatton Scholarship. Congratulations. Wesley Staggs. She has got a certificate in PACE, which is political and civic engagement, and a Hutton Honors Notation on her diploma. She'll be participating in the Indiana Governance Fellowship Program, and I would say I wrote a recommendation for this. She is an outstanding candidate for this, and rotating through several state government agencies throughout her fellowship year. Then she hopes to go to law school and become a family lawyer. She was affiliated with the IU Paul UC internship program and the PACE program. And she says, I just want to give a big thank you to all of my professors and advisors in the political science department for their exceptional teaching and support throughout my time at IU.
Good morning. I'm Sharif Ganguly. I'm a professor of political science. And this is the last time I'll be doing this because after 20 years I'm leaving this university. So this is a particularly special moment for me to be able to do this. Vishal Karna has majored in political science and plans on attending law school at the IU McKinney School of Law and going on to become a corporate attorney and business attorney. He thanks God, his mother, his father, and the rest of the Turner family for supporting him throughout his education and always being there for him. I hope to make you all very proud. The next person is Jolina Mundy, and she has majors, I assume, both in economics and Spanish. Oh, okay. Good. And in terms of her hopes and plans after graduation, after I graduate, I plan to take a gap year and teach English abroad, either in Spain or South Korea. During this time, I will be figuring out my future plans. Currently, I'm thinking about either continuing my education and getting a PhD in political science, going into public policy research, or maybe doing something entirely different. No, PhD in political science. Whatever I do in life, I hope to be happy and fulfilled, have a great support system, and leave the world better than I found it. I'm a member of the Indiana Political Analysis Workshop, and I've only been a member for a year. I've received no political science scholarships. Nevertheless, I would like to thank everyone who has supported and guided me throughout my college experience. I begin to thank IPAW, this is the Indiana Political Analysis Workshop, and specifically Dr. Bianco and Dr. DeSante for helping me navigate my last year of college and prepping me for a future in politics and policy research. They have provided me much needed insight into the world of academia and postgraduate life. I would also like to thank the Cox Scholarship, Hudson and Holland, and above, and all other scholarships for allowing me to attend college without the stress of finances. Lastly, and most importantly, I would like to thank my family and specifically my mother for supporting and providing me with the proper skills to succeed in college. Thank you for loving me continually through the good and the bad. Sterling Daniel. I assume you majored in political science. These directions are not entirely clear. And a minor in social work advocacy. Hopes and plans after graduation. Sterling plans on relocating to Los Angeles to complete her service term with Teach for America, teaching special education. She will begin pursuing her Master's of Special Education at Loyola Marymount University in late June. She has been involved in the Political Science Leadership Program, and she would like to offer a special word of thanks to Dr. Cruz-Nichols and to Dr. DeSante for igniting her passion for political science and recognizing the potential that unlocked opportunities that she deemed otherwise to be unattainable.
She also extends her heartfelt gratitude to Ali, Sam, Charlie, Tim, and Leah, whose unwavering support and love have taught her the true essence of family, changing every aspect of her life and only for the better. Both within and outside the classroom, her college experience has been incredibly impactful, and she thanks the contributions of her friends, professors, and colleagues who have helped pave a path where achievement knows no bounds. Finally, she would like to dedicate her graduation to the lost lives of Palestinian children who will never receive the opportunity to earn their college degrees.
Thank you, Professor Spector. The first of our graduates is Christian Ayers. He writes that his hopes for plans after graduation include backpacking in Europe this summer and then moving back to Washington, D.C. and working for a member of Congress. He eventually wants to go to the State Department and work as a Foreign Service officer. He's been involved in Model EU and the Political Science DC internship series. So Christian writes, I would like to thank everyone who has impacted me and supported me throughout my college career, especially my parents. Without their constant support, I would not be where I am today. Thank you both. Our next graduate is Mallory Smith, who in addition to a major in political science, also has majored in business operations and Spanish as a minor. So, Mallory writes that I will be moving to Denver, Colorado, and joining FTI Consulting as a governmental affairs consultant, focusing on energy and natural resources. So Mallory has completed the IU Political Science DC program during the spring of 22 and was a part of Women in Government. She writes, I want to thank my family, my friends, my professors for supporting me throughout my academic journey at IU. I'm so grateful for my time at IU and all the opportunities that it's given. Our third graduate is Haley Ryan. In addition to being a political science major, she's also been a major in journalism, which I can tell you has consumed a huge amount. She writes, working as a journalist, covering politics, and eventually becoming an investigative reporter on books and plans after graduation. Haley writes, thank you, Mom, Dad, and Rachel, for always supporting me during my time at college. I would also like to thank the faculty for their amazing classes and endless support.
Good morning. My name is Christopher DeSanti. I'm an associate professor here in the department. And every year when I do this, I begin by saying, there's one thing that makes me nervous about speaking in public. Only one. And it's mispronouncing somebody's name. My name has been mispronounced my entire life, so I apologize if I do, but please correct me. Please correct any of my colleagues. It's your moment, and we want to make sure we get it right. Right, Carlos? That's right. Yeah. All right, Jeff. I should also apologize that between the, I don't know how many dozens of years of education we all have, it seems like none of us know how to use classroom technology. Jeff. So, without further ado, Ashley Morford, am I saying that correctly? Your majors are international studies and Russian, as well as a minor in Spanish. hopes and plans for graduation are to complete Fulbright in Estonia. You're affiliated with IU Pulse DC, and you'd like to thank parents and siblings, as I could not be here without their support. Mia Seifers, minor in sociology and gender studies. After graduation, she'll be the campaign manager for a local candidate for the Indiana State House, and then plans to work on campaigns for a few years. She was affiliated with IU Pulse DC in spring 23, the College Democrats at Indiana University, Women in Government, and IU Student Government. She'd like to thank everybody who supported me through these 4 years. It was really cool to be a part of the department, my great-grandfather chaired so long ago, and that my oldest cousin went through as well. Woodburn will always be home, and if you happen to want to knock doors or make phone calls for the most flippable district in the state this year, give me a call. Next we have Grace Julian, political science major, history minor. She'll be moving to Indianapolis to do policy work in the nonprofit sector or work in local government. I also hope to do freelance concert photography if time allows. She was involved in Phi Alpha Delta for 4 years, Pi Sigma Alpha for 2 years, and Phi Beta Kappa 1 year. I would also like to note that the chocolate mousse got more applause than Phi Beta Kappa, which I thought was interesting. So let's hear it for Phi Beta Kappa. My time at Indiana University, especially with this department, has been one of life's greatest privileges. I want to thank my family for giving me this opportunity and for their endless love and support throughout my collegiate career. And to my parents, thank you for pushing me to be the best I can in every way. I'm here today because of you. To my grandparents, thank you for always believing in me. To Riley Foster, thank you for being my favorite poli-sci buddy, an amazing supporter and friend. To Professor Lauren McLean, thank you for always encouraging me to find passion in my work. To Professor Isaac, I can't say enough to thank you for your guidance and support throughout these past 3 years. You changed my life by empowering me as a student during some of the most challenging years of my life, and helped me realize the person I want to be, both inside and outside of the classroom. To the class of 2024, congrats on all your amazing accomplishments.
Hey everyone, my name is Stephen Webster. I'm an assistant professor in the department. This is fun for me because I started at IU when this class did. So this is cool. I feel like this is a good opportunity to celebrate a big achievement for you all. So this is Riley Foster. She, in addition to political science, is a Spanish major and she has a PACE certificate. After graduation, she is going to be moving to Washington, D.C. She is going to work in politics. She will be an intern for the Democratic National Committee this summer. You will surely have your plate full, so Godspeed. So she's been involved with PACE in the Student Leadership Council, 4 years working with the College Democrats at IU, also 4 years with Women in Government at IU. Riley says, thank you to the Political Science Department and its many outstanding professors who have supported my blossoming passion for political science. Though I didn't get to learn from all of our professors, I want to thank those who I did cross paths with, like Professor Jerry Wright, Professor Shumit Ganguly, Dr. Vanessa Cruz-Nichols, Professor Eileen Grayman, Professor Jack Balaziak. Furthermore, I want to give 2 special shout-outs to Professor Christine Barber for her quintessential support through the Paul's DC internship in Washington, D.C., and Professor Jeff Isaac, again, while he mentions Jeff, for his constant support and encouragement of me both inside and outside of the classroom. Congratulations. Purabi Nanda, in addition to political science, she is a history major. She has 2 minors, one in world political systems and the other in geography. She will be attending Johns Hopkins School of Advanced International Studies, pursuing a master's in international relations after graduation. She has been involved with Model United Nations for 4 years at IU, 8 overall. She has worked as a research assistant for Dr. Vanessa Cruz-Nichols for 2 years, and she has received the William Jennings Bryan Award. She says a huge thank you to Professor Cruz-Nichols, Professor Isaac, Professor McLean, and Professor Kayutu for all their help and support throughout my undergraduate career. Congratulations. This is Daniela Molosi. Did I get that? Molosi, thank you. She's a political science and Spanish double major. She is a law and public policy minor. She is going to be a law student at the University of Minnesota Law School after she leaves IU. She has been with IU Student Government for 4 years. She has received numerous awards, the Philip Dongy Snodgrass, I probably did not say that right, a Memorial Scholarship and the Wendell Willkie Scholarship, so quite accomplished. She says, thank you to IU for the opportunity to learn and challenge myself. Thank you to all the professors, especially Professor Thaler, for supporting me and guiding me in my endeavors. Most of all, thank you to my family, who is always there for me, because without them, I would never be where I am today. I love you so much, Mom and Dad, and I hope I can continue to make you proud. Congratulations.
Hello. I'm William Diaco. I'm a professor of political science in the department, and I'm director of the Indiana Political Analytics Workshop. Next graduate is Ana Almanza, who, in addition to political science, is a Spanish major, has a certificate in political and civic engagement. Her plans after graduation is to take a gap year and then attend law school! Exclamation point. And she also did the POLS DC program in spring 2023. She thanks the IU Political Science Department. I've had the best professors and the best time learning here. Thank you to my parents and family. I love you all so much. Next, we have Mason Pickett, who's majored in political science and psychology with a minor in sociology, is going to attend IU McKinley School of Law after graduating here, and he did the IU POLS internship. He also received the Stephen R. Patton Scholarship. He wants to thank Professor Barber for all the time she has invested in me over the last 3 years. I would not have had half the opportunities I had and will have had it not been for her. Thank you, Christine. Third, Mike Mora. His plans after graduation will be working as a field organizer for the Ohio Democrats' coordinated campaign through the end of this election cycle. He's also worked here with the Washington Leadership Program and the IU College Democrats. He'd like to thank Dr. DeSanti, Dr. Webster, and Dr. Krayutu for their guidance and support throughout his years in political science, as well as every political science professor I've had throughout my coursework. You all sparked my interest in the field that continues to push me forward today.
Hello, my name is Nick O'Shea. I'm an assistant professor here. So first, Olivia Johnson, who minored in law and public policy with her major in political science, hopes to make a positive impact on the world, another exclamation point. After graduation, she wants to start her career in Boston and would like to thank her parents for their endless love and support, as well as Professor Regina Smith and Professor Dina Spreckler for their mentorship over the past few years. Congratulations. Next, Riley McCoy. Minored in history, environmental, and sustainability studies, who hopes to do work that helps make the world a better place overall. She was a member of the IU Democrats for 3 years during her college and would like to thank her family for always supporting her and her education in every way possible. Congratulations. And next Next, Kristen Wilder, who majored in political science. After graduation, is going to move to Chicago and work as a business developer, and has been a member of the Women in Government group here at IU, and wants to thank her friends, family, and loved ones for always supporting her.
Good morning. My name is Lizzie Brannett, and I'm an assistant professor here in the department. So first, we have Ethan Tomei. He is a history major, as well as a political science major, I assume. His hopes and plans after graduation include a year gap before law school. He was associated with IU Halls in the DC semester, and he writes, the political science department allowed me to have a real life, practical experiences, and to fully find what I love to do and am passionate about. Thank you. Congratulations. Next we have Madison Rossello. She has a political science major as well as a journalism major with concentrations in public relations and a financial literacy minor. She writes that after graduation, she plans to spend the next few years here in Bloomington earning a Master of Public Affairs concentrating in environmental policy from O'Neill. She says she hopes to eventually earn a JD to one day become an environmental litigator. She was an active member of Indiana University's mock trial team for the past 4 years. She's recognized as an all-national attorney by the American Mock Trial Association. She spent 2 years as captain of her team, and during her junior and senior years, she led IU mock trial to the national championship, placing them in the top 4% of teams in the nation. She writes, I'd like to thank my mom and dad for showing me unconditional love and support for my entire life. I'm so lucky to have them for parents as they graduate today. Congratulations. And then we have Maddie Mishak. She has a political science major, a law and public policy minor, a founder scholar, and has been on the executive dean's list for all 4 years. After graduation, she plans on working as a paralegal in New York City before attending law school. She says during all 4 years, she was dedicated to both mock trial and run club, where she not only participated actively, but also held leadership roles on their respective executive boards for 2 years. She says she's particularly proud of our mock trial team's success as we made it to nationals 2 years in a row, ranking among the top 20 teams in the country. She's also been inducted to Phi Beta Kappa. And finally, she says she wants to thank her family for their unwavering support. She says this moment is not just mine, but ours to celebrate together. Congratulations.
Hello, I'm Noah Eberschmidt, Assistant Professor in the Department of Political Science. First up is Madeline Rajowski, philosophy major. After graduation, I plan on moving to Florida to continue my baking career. Good choice. I would like to thank my family for being my support system. Next is Christopher Dickin. History minor, law and public policy. I will be attending Indiana University Maurer School of Law this fall. Active in Phi Alpha Theta and pre-law fraternity for 3 years. I want to thank my family for their constant love and support throughout my undergraduate studies. I also want to thank my professors. The amazing amount of knowledge and compassion that my professors possess and shared with me has helped me to grow and learn so much, not only as a student, but as a person. I would like to say a final thank you to my fellow graduates. I came to IU looking for a community, and I'm so grateful to have found that amongst you all. I wish you all the best, and congratulations on all your achievements. Audrey Smith is pursuing a Master's of Public Policy at the University of Virginia, or will be. And I'd like to thank all of my family, friends, and professors who supported me through the last 4 years. I couldn't have done it without you.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Armando Razo. I'm a member of the Comparative Politics Group that teaches students about the politics of other countries. I also teach courses for the interdepartmental degree in economics and political science. I'm honored to introduce to you the next group of graduating seniors. So first, Emery Donald. Who in addition to political science is given a minor in world political systems. She would like to thank all her family and friends, but mostly I quote my mom for answering every time I called her in college. End of quote. Next is Shelby Brown. In addition to political science, she has a majors in Spanish and a history minor. Her hopes and plans after graduation include moving to Colombia to teach English. Colombia, the country, not the university. Okay. She wants to thank her parents and supportive faculty for getting her through college. Next is Jack Brady. Plans after graduation include working for Motorola Solutions in Chicago, Illinois. She wants to thank Indiana University for the best 4 years of his life and for giving him relationships that will last a lifetime. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I'm June Sares, Associate Professor of Political Science. This is my first year. I just moved from Scotland this past fall, so it's very exciting time. So, Brian Macharia, he's major in political science and philosophy, minor in business. He said, hopes and plans for after graduation is attending law school at the University of Michigan. First and foremost, congratulations. First and foremost, I want to thank my friends and family for their unconditional support and love. I also want to thank all the professors and mentors I have had on this campus for guiding me and being willing to invest in my professional, academic, and personal growth. It is because of you all that I am now in the position to succeed, pending continued hard work and dedication. I will never forget my time here at Indiana University and the people who have made my experience here. Sorry, I'm just mother of my two kids, so I just kind of getting emotional. Congratulations. Spitzer. So his plan is moving to Indy. Thank you to Professor Sino for providing transparency into the university admin's priorities. Congratulations. Caroline Vanderby. Major, gender studies minor. After graduation, I will be attending Indiana University Bloomington to pursue my Master of Public Affairs with concentration in policy analysis at the O'Neill School. Thank you to all of my friends, professors, and family for their unwavering love and support throughout the years. I am extremely grateful and eager to begin this new chapter right here in Bloomington. Much love.
is Jacek Galecki, and I still work here. It is my pleasure to introduce Gabriela Blazek. Blazek, it's a Polish name, right? Right, here we go. It's my pleasure to introduce to you Gabriela Blazek, by the way, I'm Polish too. Gabrielle majored in Education Political Science. She minored in mathematics. She received a Putnam Honors notation. About her plans, she's moving to Chicago to live with close friends and volunteer. She was engaged with a student magazine and, well, what clubs? I'm sorry. She was involved in working with a student magazine with the political and cultural content. She received a Stephen Patton Scholarship, and most importantly, she would like to thank friends, family who supported the last few years here. And she says, I couldn't have made it without you. I'm sorry, and there is also a message. Farewell message. I encourage all of my fellow graduates to join the encampment at Dunn Meadow for 2 p.m. commencement ceremony and rally. Thank you. Jack Waniger. Jack majored in political science and also in public policy, where he receives his BS degree. He was a director of government relations for IU student government. He would like to thank all his friends, family, and everyone, quote, who got me to this point. Emily, now I pronounced this name right, Czernecki, or Czernecki, also Polish name. She majored in philosophy and political science as dual major. It's a dual major and also an economics minor. Her plans after graduation, paralegal studies. Thank you for making my 4 years at IU so memorable. Olivia Brown, major, all right, on the money. She majored in criminal justice and political science, minored in Spanish. About her plans after graduation, to work for 1-2 years and then go to law school. She was involved with Phi Alpha Delta law fraternity, and she would like to thank all of the advisors, professors, and staff that helped her get through to graduation. Quote, it is bittersweet thinking of the community I'm leaving behind, but I'm also so blessed to have been in the political science program for 4 years.
My baby girl.
Sophia Suter. She was a double major in political science and journalism. She also has a certificate in the PACE program, political and civic engagement. She says, after graduation, I will be working in the Bloomington Mayor's office for the summer, and I hope to move to and work in Washington, D.C. by the end of the year. She wants to thank Professor Barber for guiding me through my time in the Paul's DC program, and thank you to my family for supporting me these last 4 years, and for attending my many graduation events this weekend. That's fair. Congratulations. This is well done, the phonetic guide here. Richard Narre, is that right? Nargang. Nar rhymes with car, gang rhymes with rang. That's good work there. So he's a political science major. He has a certificate in political and civic engagement. His goal is to move and work in DC after graduation. He says, thank you to my parents and all the faculty who helped me get where I am. I especially want to thank Christine Barber, director of the IU Paul's DC program, for giving me an incredible and transformative semester interning in DC that has helped me determine the trajectory of my life. Congratulations. This is Stuart McCormick. He is a political science major. He plans to work for the U.S. Forest Service in Washington State after graduation. He is working to receive his wildland firefighter certification. He was involved with the IU Paul's DC internship program in the spring of 2023. And he says, I want to thank my friends, family, and professors. You know who you are. Congratulations. This is Ian McCormick, political science major. He is taking an internship or a job in Washington, D.C. He participated in the IU Paul's D.C. program. Congratulations. This is Gavin Hess. Gavin Hess also had a minor in history and a certificate in data science. Hopes and plans for after graduation. He plans to join the Air Force as an officer. He wants to thank his parents and his family for their support and the members of Phi Delta Theta. Congratulations. This is Trent White. He's a political science major as well as a sociology major, minor. Okay. He's taking a vacation after graduation. Where to? He doesn't know yet. Hopefully somewhere warm. And he says, "Free Palestine." Congratulations.
We're almost at the end of the meeting. Before I make a few concluding remarks, I'd like to invite Professor Kristen Barbour for a few remarks.
Before I forget, all you sweet IU Paul's DC people, we want to do a group photo, a big one up here at the front of the room, so before you escape, you got to come up here. This next thing I'm going to say is in my capacity not actually as a political science professor or the IU Paul's DC person. It is as an alum of IU. Like Matt, we figured the other day we may be the two that got BAs, MAs, and PhDs from IU Bloomington. So this place is near and dear to my heart. So you are graduating, yes, yay. But that doesn't mean that you are done with us or we with you. Being an alum is part of a lifetime relationship. It's with the institutions that have been your home for the last 4 years and a chance for you to give back and support the students who follow in your footsteps. One of the most valuable ways you can do this is as an alumni mentor. This is a new thing. Matt talked so eloquently about ways you could give back, and I thought, well, they need some instructions, so here's one. You can be an alumni mentor. Whether you do this through the Walter Center Success Network, or whether you do it directly through us in our Alumni Mentor program, you can help guide undergraduates down the same path of professionalism, internship, career, whatever, that you have just navigated. So those of you who have already begun to develop your own professional networks know how important networking is. You can start the future IU students down their road of networking by being an alumni mentor. All you have to do that is to send us your permanent email address. IU's going to rip that nice iu.edu address away from you. We need your permanent address. You can send it to me. I'll organize this program, barbour@indiana.edu or barbour@iu.edu. BARBOUR @iu.edu. So leave us your address and we'll send you newsletters, we'll send you good stuff, and you will stay in touch. And of course, part of the fun of being an alum is that never-ending stream of emails and other kinds of correspondence you're about to get begging you for money. It's just beginning, and here we are. Because unlike all that money, that hard-earned tuition money that you guys have been spending so far, which was money for your actual education. I knew this was going to happen here. I don't want to bring this. Come on. The money that we're asking you for, that the university and the college and the department asks you for, is institution building money. It's the money, if you give money to the university, you build stadiums, you build art museums. If you give money to the college, you name auditoriums and you name programs and you endow programs. But money given at the political science department does all kinds of stuff. It pays for the stuff you've been enjoying all the last 4 years. The lecture series, the scholarships and awards, the programs, the pizza parties that you've had ad nauseum. Those are all paid for by donations to the political science department. I know you don't have any money yet because you're not working, but we have a way to painlessly ease you into this, and it's called the Give Your Year campaign. The Give Your Year campaign only asks $20.24, get it? 2024. For you right now. If you happen to be particularly flush, you can bump it up to $240 cents. How does that work? $202.40 or $2,024 if you happen to be feeling incredibly grateful. But the Give Your Year campaign is a painless way to start doing it. All you have to do is go to give.myiu.org and search for IU Bloomington, Political Science, and then 2024. I hope it's the beginning of a long and beautiful relationship. We're looking forward to it, guys. Graduations are a time of new beginnings. As Matt said, it's a blank slate. So this is a great way to start. Political Science Alumni Mentor, Give Your Year campaign. Congratulations to all of you guys. I can't tell you how touched I am to be here all these years later.
It's time to go home. But remember, money does bring happiness. I'd like in conclusion to ask that we give a round of applause to our faculty members while we experience what it was. It could have been worse, it could have been better, I don't know. But thank you so much to my colleagues without whom this department could not function. I would also ask to give a round of applause to our wonderful staff and our wonderful academic advisors. I'd like to ask you to stand up. Their dedication to making your life easier and more predictable is immeasurable, so thank you so much. Our staff who organized this meeting, they are all over the room here. I ask them to stand up again, and thank you again. Thank you. Final remark, which may seem awkward, I'd like to ask all of the graduates to turn their name tags in the box outside of the room for reasons that will remain unspecified. And this brings our celebration to an end. I'd like to thank you, the parents, of course. I'd like to give a round of applause to all of the parents in the room. Parents, friends, and relatives, I should have said, so it was understood. Thank you, and have a great day ahead of you.